Capricorn, welcome. This is the Feminine Inquisition, and my name is Tiffany, and we're doing your reading for the month of July. I hope that you are well. Thank you so much for being here. This is a reading that's going to go over using the karma cards, which are separated into sign, house, and planet. See what energies are at play for you, what areas of life. And these cards are also separated by spiritual, mental, and physical. So we'll use them to guide us to understand the messages as they come through. I'll also be using the Tower of the Longest Dream as well as Vintage Tarot. So a few dates for you to know. July 3rd is when Mercury will enter Leo. I should start. June 30th, Jupiter enters Leo. Okay, Leo offers the rest of the collectives in the zodiac the power of manifestation. They are the greatest manifestors, okay, children of God. And so when Jupiter enters their sign, this is a really big chance for us to expand in this area. So if you have a wish, have a dream, if you have any practices, any rituals to come and call into existence that which you want to see, try and use this now, okay? And then on the 6th, the sun enters Cancer. On the 11th, Venus enters Virgo. On the 13th, Mars enters Libra. On the 23rd, the sun enters Leo. And on the 29th, Mercury enters Virgo. Okay. And yeah, that's really it. So let's just get on into it. I hope that you are doing well. And I'm going to show you the nature of how these are cards. So this is red, which means it's the subconscious. This is blue, written upside down, so that's the conscious. So I am going to do this as I have done for every single reading so that we all know that it's mixed really well between upside down and not. Okay? All right, let's go. For Capricorn, show me the influence at this time for July 2026 for Capricorn. Got it. So we have Virgo as a sign, okay? And you have the conscious part of using Virgo energy, the spiritual methods for the healing power of mental, the analyzing of physical, resulting from the perfectionism of. Okay, let's go. Oh, baby. Can you hear that? One more shuffle for Virgo. So, methods for the healing power of, the analysis of, and resulting from the perfectionism of. 6 cards. The Magician, that's you. Mercury, that's your ruler. 6 of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. Queen of Pentacles, any water sign. Justice, Libra energy. King of Wands. Ooh, that could be Sagittarius back to back. And there it is, Wheel of Fortune, another Sagittarius Jupiter card. So when Jupiter enters Leo, this could be quite important for you because Jupiter has already showed up in your reading, okay? We also have a Leo card here because it's the King of Wands, could be any fire sign. Most of the time people do say that it is Leo. I'm not sure. Leo is pretty fixed to be King of Wands, but you know, it is what it is. I just think of the King of Wands as like a shaman, a shapeshifter, and while Leos are great at manifesting, I don't think that change is something that they are very equipped to take on, okay? So the Magician, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This is manifesting whatever it is that you feel will balance you out and also provide you with the day-to-day, and it could be in service to others. It could be regarding the health and wealth of your mind, your body, your spirit, but it's out there and it's every day and it's part of you, and it may be adding the manifestations that you are curious about right now and putting energy to are manifesting abundance in addition to the current wealth and health that you are occupying with the 6 of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, you are putting you first. You are taking care of your needs. Justice in divine timing, in divine law. There is this, it is right for me. all these steps that you have taken are right for you, for the methods for healing, for the analysis of, and the resulting from the perfection of. So big Virgo energy for you as you see fit, as you see it. This is your energy, Queen of Pentacles. And yeah, I think that you're, here's the sort of truth. I think that you're living out not just your best life, but like your right life. Um, the idea that you finally understand how to find a balance, how to approach things in a passionate way, in a heartfelt way, but also concrete way, day to day. And so ordinarily you're very much concise in your messages and really business and heavy on the coin. We're seeing a mixed approach here. Yeah, I love that. So Justice to the King of Wands, like I said, I do see this as a shapeshifter. It is a cheerleader. It is a very much a leader, and a leader as it manifests new opportunities, right? This is luck is an attitude. And with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune bookending this, you are taking care of everything from the micro to the macro, and Justice is here to see all of it, right? Every document that needs to come through, every appointment that needs to be made, everything that's formal, everything that's spiritual, everything that is elevated, everything that is in alignment with whatever it is that you are doing right now, the action is coming through you. So that's cool. Resulting from the perfectionism of being a badass. That's what this is. Now, I don't have too much of a backstory here because you start right out of the gate with the Magician. And I don't really think you even have a sense of where you're going for future energy. Page of Swords in reverse, which means that you don't really need to observe anything. You don't need to learn anything. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you know what's working. Eight of Wands, power to the Two of Wands. Okay. Making choices, exchanging with other people. Let's learn more. Let's go start from with this Magician. Show me the Magician, please, for Capricorn for July. What are you manifesting? Wow, that is a better perspective, a better outlook. No self-sabotage there. No gaslighting, and will not be gaslit by anyone. Four of Swords. Oh, nice. So bringing it back to a basic understanding that peace begins with you, and also with you. And so you are Jupiter in Capricorn. That's your card. Yeah, you're really focused on your tree of life, your Ten of Pentacles. What is it that you're going to invest in? What is working? How can you expand on that? No dilly-dallying with this Five of Swords, whatever it is that you needed to wait on other people or blamed other people. It's all put to bed. Ten of Pentacles. So much peace in your ability to manifest and call towards you the things that you'd like to see. Okay, great. So let's see the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I think there's a recognition that now things have balanced out. You're not going to let the Five of Swords get in your way of manifesting for you. That's why the Queen of Pentacles is here. Show me. All right, gratitude for what has been granted to you, for what you have been given, gifted. Temperance. Temperance in reverse. You don't have to wait. Time is up. It's been a long time of begging, a long time of being unhappy with what you've been given, having to beg, and now there's a sense of gratitude that you're no longer waiting for someone else to give you the green light, the fire. Six of Cups. This is looking into the past, but moving forward. I've seen the Six of Cups for all the readings I've done so far. Six of Cups to the Hanged Man to the Seven of Cups. That's progress. There's a perspective that's granted. I now see this Three of Swords 2 times. So you're coming out of a pain. That's why the Four of Swords is here. Before, the pain about being misguided was getting in the way of your ability to project into the world as a magician, to feel powerful, to feel confident, to feel divinely guided, to feel aligned. And it was a long time for you to arrive there. Okay, so options are coming. Let's look at the Justice. We're going to skip over the Queen of Pentacles because that's just to signify you. And it's clear you decided to put you first. But let's see the Justice, especially as it relates to this Ace of Swords, because that's what she's holding. So there is an idea, a truth, something that was communicated to you, something that you're communicating to other people, something that you're holding, something that you're signing. Show me this Justice. Show me this Justice. Two of Pentacles, not going back and forth. Page of Swords, that was here, right? And it was in reverse. So previously you were observing, you were waiting, you were watching, and now you're not going back and forth. You've seen the opportunity, you'll seize the opportunity, and there you are, King of Pentacles. But this is all happening from a place of disappointment, upset, this Three of Swords. Okay, that can stay there. So the Justice is that you choose you and you learn how to stay with your decision. Is there anything better than that? When you make a decision, that you stay with it. Yes. That is the methods for healing power. That is the analysis and the resulting from the perfectionism of being able to make up your mind, right? If that doesn't make for the ultimate quality of life, I don't know what does. Show me the King of Wands. I don't feel this is your energy, but maybe. King of Wands is Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, Ace of Swords, Page of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, I was already there. Six of Cups, exactly right. And flung over, oh, there's two cards here. Flung over here is the King of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So a lot of people here on the board. I don't necessarily know who is who. This is going to be for several different variations of the story, right? So you showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, awesome. Masculine or feminine, it does not matter to me. And you're in alignment. And part of the alignment is not going back and forth about whatever pain has been jeopardizing your ability to manifest in your day-to-day, okay? That pain, I think, is attached to this King of Wands. And this King of Wands still is very much full of desire for you and you for them. But there's a defensive nature, maybe a way in which each of you are holding back and being restrictive in your expression of this desire. There is an openness, a willingness, a wanting to still make something work, to still make something happen, to still put the effort in, to find power in connecting, especially because on its side and behind, way off in the distance, there's the separation and the King of Cups. There is pain here. The King of Cups is on its side. If it was upright, it would be someone who is not at all examining their emotions, but on its side, well, he's liable to go down into the ocean, right? He's not upright at all, sitting on the throne on the waters, but rather sinking below and tasting what it's like to feel very deep sensations about being separated from someone that perhaps he loves, she loves, loves you, etc. Now, two times now I have the Six of Cups that is showing up underneath all of this story. So it's pretty important as a connection. It's a pretty important person for your life path, for lessons, for the journey that you are here for what you manifest, for how you heal, for what you create, for what you find as joy, for what you feel as love, and bridging the gap between who you were, the ancestors that brought you, and what you're meant to procure and create in this life. There's so much to lean in and smell uh, as what's real, what's tangible in this emotional experience between you and this person. Interesting. There's justice again. So this could be someone easily, now that it showed up 2 times, that not only are you divinely guided uh, to feel with and be with, that might be your destiny with the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice, but also it's someone that you might already be married to, or on the way to get married to, or that you had to consider divorcing. I don't know, because there is a separation here with Justice 2 times. There's a formal contract or a spiritual contract between you two. The Justice next to the Six of Cups, this is someone that you feel yeah, is destined. I can't put it any other way. And you love them. They bring you a lot of joy. You feel connect to them as family. Yeah. Okay. So let us collapse this a little bit and let's go here. So change is coming to this connection between you and another person. And I'm curious what that looks like. Can I see the Wheel of Fortune? The methods for the healing power of the analysis of. I feel like this is now no more time spent getting so little that you're grateful that it has ended. You're not waiting or in a healing process, but rather you come out of it to the other side. Can I see this Wheel of Fortune, please, for Capricorn for July? Thank you. The Empress and the Five of Wands in reverse. Very interesting with the Eight of Wands here. Very interesting, because the thing is that we like to see the Five of Wands in reverse, but we don't want to see the Empress in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is a chance for you to take a spin, to turn things into a more opportunistic or more desired direction. There's great confidence that is necessary as the Magician. That's the only persona that can spin this. And here we have what would be the most confident, most productive, most lavish, luxurious character from the tarot in reverse. It's almost as if, in order to spin this into a new direction, someone has had to be so depleted from this conflict. And even though the conflict is over, the depletion is still real. Here's the Eight of Wands. What's missing between the 8 and the 5 is 3, and that comes back to this waiting. Perhaps in the waiting, the Empress has spent so much of her energy. Let's keep going here. 8 of Wands, World, Sun, the Devil, 3 of Cups. Strong desire here. The sun shining to the Devil. That's light where it's not meant to be. Interesting. Let's get a little bit deeper. I only am going to switch decks now because I want to understand this Empress. Can I see the Empress for Capricorn? Ace of Swords. Okay. Can I see the Empress, please? Empress, please. The Empress is clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords is also in reverse. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So, as I said, the Empress in reverse is someone that's lacking the connectedness, the sense of confidence, of power, of being entitled. But the Ace of Cups is a state of grace. But the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords, it seems that someone was wrong. Because we had the Ace of Swords, remember? There was a truth. There is a truth. This justice is here. This truth has come through. And it's here too. So this restriction, this defense from the Seven of Wands, blocking, talking about the desire to be open to make this relationship work. Someone is saying with the state of grace and a cup of love that maybe they were misguided in their conflict, and that's the change that they want to make. They were the Empress in reverse, entitled holier than thou, and now they want to come back to a Three of Pentacles, which is working together. Clarify for me, characterize for me, if you can, this Empress. So the Empress is clarified by the Nine of Cups and the Page of Wands. So to describe the kind of person it is, this is what I want to do for you so you can find out who it is in your life. So this is someone who has been selfish and really so preoccupied with their own needs, their own demands. And this is Jupiter in Pisces, so it's really never enough for them. They always, endlessly redirect whatever the conversation is, whatever the plans are, whatever the gathering is about how it can suit them. They do this in a very overt way. It's not like they're not how do I want to say this? They're not shy, but at the same time, they bring you in so that you are also participating in the joy. So it's not like secret. They don't take from you anything that you haven't given them. They're expanding and exploding with happiness. And so you feel very much alive when you're with them. And so then you end up wanting to participate and do the things that they are asking for because it seems like so much fun and it seems like the right way. And here's the Page of Wands, which we have seen here. This is this openness to make things work. So this is a very exploratory person, a person who likes to discover new things. Maybe they like to do all types of things. And maybe they're unpredictable in that way. They're always seeking joy. This is like a thrill seeker, someone who is very embellishes their stories, talks a lot about themselves. They are indulgent also. They are indulgent about eating, drinking, going out, traveling. There's nothing that's too much for them. And take all that I said and remember that these are great qualities in a person. But then, if and when it comes to conflict, their sense of entitlement and selfishness can cloud any logic, humility, or reason. And that's the kind of person that you are dealing with in the King of Wands, who also shows up as the Empress. Okay? Now, the thing is that the change that is happening right now is judgment. They are calling judgment on this. and they are trying to embody the Ace of Cups, which is a state of grace, because they recognize King of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. They said things that were untrue because they were misguided and had it wrong. That's the Ace of Swords that's coming through. That's what will be communicated in the Eight of Wands. Okay, so let's go back here and let's talk about the Eight of Wands. Let's talk about the exchange, please. Show me, please, the healing power of this conversation. Eight of Cups. Something that was dissatisfying now becomes an opportunity. Tower. Whatever was falling apart previously can maybe stabilize. It can go either way. There needs to be a conversation about the seen, what you think you know, and the unseen, what you don't know that you don't know. There's some mysteries here. There's some clouds. There's some things that you don't have a true understanding of, and I think that goes both ways. An ending is possible, and a tower is imminent. Show me anything that you can about this tower. Yeah, okay. So what was in a gridlock and what was difficult was because there was a lack of perspective. Here, there's a transformation. The Hanged Man and the Death are in succession in the majors, right? So after the Hanged Man comes the Death. Why? Because there's an ego death. And I think that's what we're looking at here. Can I see the Ace of Pentacles, please? Eight of Swords in reverse. What could not be seen is now seen. And there it is. What you've been waiting to hear is available. The Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and there it is again, the State of Grace, the Ace of Cups. Someone is going to outpour their emotions to you, and that's going to be the analysis of what it is that has been ruminating in their mind for a long time as they've been going through this transformative journey of change. They are moving into a more opportunistic. This Wheel of Fortune is not necessarily just for you. It's also their journey explained. Who's they? The King of Wands and the Empress. That's one person. Okay? They're great in many respects because they're coming forward with their truth. They have a tendency to be very entitled and overly indulgent in their own needs. But justice is here to qualify the change that they have gone through. The breadcrumbing that was before is now a very different experience. And even though you have come in to learn that you won't let anything with respect to pain interfere your manifestation, you will not spend more time waiting for breadcrumbs because you're putting yourself first. There is a shift here. Manifestation with the Three of Wands is possible with a fresh perspective as the Tower comes down. I don't know how you will feel about this Ace of Cups, but I do know that someone has called, both people have called judgment from the lessons from this experience. The Eight of Pentacles can be explored by the Page of Wands. That's what I got here, okay? And so let us go into here. This is at the bottom of the karma deck. I have the conscious of the 10th house, which is spiritually your destiny, mentally where you're going, and physically your career. So I don't know what happened in your business since you split with this person, if you found your way, and if you're thriving, or if somehow your business is connected to them. But I know that this is in line with where you're going, okay? Can I see, please, 3 cards for Capricorn? Queen of Wands came out. That's the strong desire, pursuit of passion and pleasure. And that came out for both of you. This is the Judgment, 2 times. In this deck, it's called Break Free from Illusion. 8 of Cups, 2 times. Walking away from things that do not serve you or this connection. And then the Courage, Leo energy again. the devil. This is the courage to walk away from the fears, to walk away from the doubts, to walk away from the entitlement, from walk away from insecurity, which causes entitlement, to walk away from waiting for other people to give you the green light, from not putting yourself first, from sacrificing. There's a lot of ways that fears dominate behavior in relationships that I think has been the self-worth lesson in this connection. Okay. I don't know what it will look like, but I know that the breakthrough will cleanse you. That's the Ace of Cups here. So even if it's just a conversation for closure where someone says, I got it wrong and I acted like a whatever, and now through my ego death, this is the truth I want to deliver to you because I know you deserve it. And I'm open to working with you, whatever that may look like, because this could also be a work partner with the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and then the Three of Pentacles. This could be just a transitionary period of an argument between two people who have a vision they need to pull over the finish line. And that will be maybe resulting from the perfectionism of, right? In the physical, perfectionism and ego can get in the way of collaborative efforts. So here you have the courage to walk away from that and break free from illusion, call judgment on this behavior, this noise. And this card is the sharing, Queen of Wands. All right. So, Capricorn, I hope that something here resonated for you for the month of July. Give me a thumbs up if you've made it this far, and leave me a comment if there's anything that you'd like to share. Until the next time that I read for you, have a great one. Ciao.